filter out temptation. This is, of course, a thing that you are going to want to find in a husband because you don't want somebody who is going to be unfaithful to you. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I wanted to always introduce myself. My name is Cynthia. I'm 25 years old. I'm a married woman. I live peacefully with my husband as a homemaker with our 3 dogs. I'm a former model and Miss Canada, and on my channel, you can find me delve into the topics of homemaking, femininity, living as a high-value woman, classiness, ladylike living, and basically everything under that umbrella. I also dive into some more controversial topics concerning the role of women today. This video was actually requested by some of you in order for you to kind of find a masculine husband. Many of you are attracted to this channel because you want to learn to embrace your femininity in order to attract that husband. Here's the thing. Nowadays, we are really encouraged to be strong and independent, and I don't believe that it's necessarily a bad thing for you to work on your own goals. However, many women have repressed their desire to find a husband because we are continuously told this narrative. I always want you to feel comfortable on this channel, and I want you to know that it is okay to live your life with one of your goals, or maybe the major goal being finding a husband so that you can begin that family life that you have always dreamed of. Many of you will be attracted to more masculine men, and they are more of a rarity to find. I personally believe that I hit the jackpot because my husband's my soulmate and he is very, very masculine. That's my personal opinion, and I hope that you can find your personal super masculine man that fits all of the characteristics that you are going for. This video is just an overview of some of the qualities I believe that many masculine men embody. I have seen this in my husband, and I have also seen this in the men in my family. I am trying not to repeat things that are out there on the internet. However, a lot of these qualities are basically what I like to call masculine truths. And you will also see me talk about feminine truths on my channel, which are common qualities that basically are kind of like factual reasons and factual things that have to do with femininity and masculinity. So I'm trying my best to make this video as unique as possible, but keep that in mind.
Before I proceed into the video, I just wanted to let you know that this video and the points that I'm going to bring up are from my perspective, but we are all different in what we search for in our future partners or what we enjoy in our current spouse. Also, I wanted to let you know that if you are a woman who possesses some of these qualities, this does not mean that you are less of a feminine woman. I mentioned in one of my first videos ever how femininity and masculinity are kind of on a type of range. So there are certain qualities that might be more masculine in yourself than feminine, and that is okay because you might be more feminine in other different ways. So please do not come and misconstrue my message. This is a place of positivity, love, and a place where we can share our experiences as well as the research and observations that we have made about our culture, our families, and in our own personal dynamic of relationship and, of course, personality.
So when you are looking for a masculine husband, the first thing I want you to look for is a man that exercises self-control. Masculine men, of course they do feel emotion. This is a part of the human experience. However, they should have an element of self-control, an ability to recognize their emotions, filter them out, and express the most positive and appropriate emotion for that circumstance. Masculine men will also be able to filter out temptation. This is, of course, a thing that you are going to want to find in a husband because you don't want somebody who is going to be unfaithful to you. The world is filled with temptation. You cannot self-control if you see somebody out on the street that is an attractive person. However, a masculine man should be able to filter out their desire for that person by understanding that they have responsibilities. In terms of self-control, you can also spot this in a masculine man who is very focused on his career. He is going to say no to perhaps superficial temptations, I don't know, partying, etc., in order to focus on his long-term goals. This doesn't mean he's not going to go out and have fun. However, he's going to know that he needs to keep those things for after he has accomplished a certain pinnacle or reward. This, I believe, is also one of the characteristics that helps men be hyper-focused. I have seen this in my husband where he is hyper-focused for days on a particular task. And you, as a feminine woman who is seeking to attract a masculine man, do not take it too hard if your masculine man is hyper-focused for a few days on a certain project. Embrace the fact and try to support him or help him with the everyday tasks that he needs, which is going to really enhance his life, and he is going to realize that you appreciate his self-control and his drive. This kind of segues into the second point, which has to do with responsibility. Masculine men are not afraid of taking on a responsibility. They are not afraid of taking on more commitment at work or in terms of their volunteer position if they are stuck in a certain position at their work. They will often take on different tasks because they are one of the first people to volunteer themselves for said goal that they are working towards. This is why I truly believe that there are a number of men who are very ambitious because they are not afraid of taking on responsibility. My husband often jokes about how he says, say yes to the thing and figure it out after. For us women, that really seems kind of scary because we like predictability and we like to know the outcome of said thing, but masculine men are fearless in a sense where they are able to take on a responsibility and figure it out as they go. They love challenges, and challenges always come with taking on more responsibility. The third thing, which is also kind of related but has to do with morality. So a masculine man, whether or not he is rooted in a type of religion or he is rooted in a type of belief system, is going to have a moral compass. I was always very attracted to my husband because he would always talk about the values that he wanted to instill in our children. This was a major indicator that I knew that he had morality. So I was able to see that he had the type of drive in order to better the life of other people. A masculine man doesn't necessarily always have to be in these top leadership positions in order to communicate his morality to you. He can do so simply by being a community volunteer. There are so many ways in which he can communicate his moral values to you. As a feminine woman, one of the major reasons why you want a man of moral values is, of course, you want him to be an example for your children, but you are also going to want him to teach you some things in your life. My husband teaches me things all the time. He teaches me how to be generous. He teaches me how to listen to people. He teaches me how to show my kindness. And we have had so many discussions in which we really talk about the values that lead him in his life. And to me, that's very inspiring. And I believe that when you find a masculine man, this will help inspire greater morality in you as well. The fourth thing I want to talk to you about is that the masculine man is not afraid to defend. We think about defend in terms of the physical aspect. I always felt that my father would die for my family if he had to because he was so strong in that way. And I also feel the same way about my husband. One of the things that really attracted me to my husband was that he would defend his beliefs and his reasoning until he got his point across, essentially. At the beginning of our relationship, it was actually the first, well, like not the last federal election. Not the one that's happening now, but the one before in Canada. I live in Canada. And he was, I wouldn't say ruthless, because ruthless is not very nice, and he was always polite and nice, but he would always take the initiative to basically back up all of his facts and why he was voting for a certain political party. He would get into hour-long conversations with people about his belief system and about the things that drive him to vote for a certain party. This actually helped influence many people to change their vote, and I think that this is basically because he was willing to defend his beliefs to the end. Now, the next thing that I want to talk to you about, the fifth point, is that masculine men are very concerned with doing, versus the feminine is concerned with feeling. If you want to motivate a feminine woman, make whatever it is you're trying to get her to do appealing and pleasurable, not in the promiscuous sense, but in terms of being in enjoyment throughout whatever it is that she is doing. They are very process oriented in terms of the feeling of getting something done. Does that make sense to you? However, masculine men might be more focused on the doing in order to get to the final result. This is why you will see some masculine men accomplish great things, because for some reason they are able to grind and get through the doing. The sun is almost set and my camera is about to die. So there are more things, you know, I always say on and on and on, and I wanted to again address the disclaimer that we are all different. If you do not want to find a man with these particular qualities, I do not hold anything against you. Believe me that I want my channel to be a place of positivity and love and acceptance for all people. These are just some of the qualities that I have noticed in my husband, as well as the masculine men in my family. I would love to hear the qualities that you believe encompass a masculine man. Please leave your comments down below, especially if there are men watching this video who happen to stumble upon it. If you could also leave some feedback down below, because it would help those single ladies who are looking for a masculine husband kind of look for the appropriate qualities that you think would best define that masculine man. Please don't forget to like this video. Videos like this tend to get some dislikes. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.